What if I told you a colossal creature, taller than a man and wingless, once strode through forests where no predator dared to challenge it? Less than 1,000 years ago, in a land of misty valleys and towering trees, this feathered giant towered over its world, its footsteps heavy enough to silence the rustling leaves. Its neck stretched to pluck leaves from the highest branches, its body a fortress of muscle and bone, ruling a paradise untouched by time. How could a bird without wings dominate a land so vast? Why do its ancient remains, buried in swampy soils, still captivate our minds? Let's step into a lost world, where lush forests hid a titan that stood taller than any bird today, a creature that wasn't quite what it seemed. Join me to uncover the story of this towering enigma, a giant that walked a land now silent, its legacy waiting to be revealed. Before we dive into this prehistoric mystery, I'd love to hear from you, our Extinctum family, spread across the globe with your passion for ancient discoveries. Drop a comment below and let me know which country you're watching from. I'll send a special hello your way. If this exploration of a massive, wingless giant excites you, please hit that like button and subscribe to join our growing community of fossil hunters. Let's begin. Less than 1,000 years ago, the islands we now call New Zealand were a lost world, a patchwork of ecosystems untouched by mammals or human feet. This was the late Pleistocene to Holocene, a time when dense forests, sprawling shrublands, and rugged subalpine slopes thrived under a temperate sky. Towering podocarp trees, their needle-like leaves glistening with morning dew, stretched across the South Island's lowlands, their roots sinking into rich, loamy soil. Ferns, some as tall as a child, carpeted the forest floor, their fronds swaying in the cool breeze. In open shrublands, tough grasses and spiky tussocks dotted the landscape, their golden hues catching the sunlight. Higher up in the subalpine zones, twisted shrubs clung to rocky slopes, battered by winds that carried the scent of salt from nearby coasts. The air, crisp at 60 degrees Fahrenheit, hummed with the calls of strange creatures, melodic whistles of tiny birds, the rustle of lizards darting through underbrush, and the low thumps of massive feet on soft earth. Fossil beds, preserved in swampy peat and river gravels, capture this vibrant world, locking away clues to a time when giants ruled. No lions or wolves prowled here. Instead, the land belonged to birds, some as small as sparrows, others towering over the trees. Haast's eagle, with talons like daggers, soared above, the only predator bold enough to challenge the giants below. Coastal dunes shimmered under the sun, their sands hiding fish-filled lagoons where wading birds stalked. Inland, rivers carved through valleys, their banks thick with moss and ferns, home to creatures that moved with deliberate grace. This was a paradise of feathers, a land where a colossal, wingless titan strode unchallenged, its presence shaping the forests and plains, a ruler of a world untouched by time, yet destined to vanish. In 1839, a missionary named William Williams treks through New Zealand's North Island, trading with Maori communities along the rugged coast. A local elder hands him a bone, heavy and weathered, unlike anything from a living creature. It's a femur, longer than a man's arm, etched with the marks of a vanished age. Williams sends it across the seas to London, where Richard Owen, a renowned naturalist, examines it in 1843. The bone, found in a riverbed's gravel, is no ordinary relic. It's a clue to a giant that once strode the land. Owen's studies reveal a creature taller than any bird known, its skeleton a puzzle of power and grace. He names it Moa, from Maori tales of a towering bird, a name that echoes through history. By the 1850s, more bone skulls, leg bones, and vertebrae emerged from swamps and caves across New Zealand's islands, excavated from peat bogs under misty skies. These fossils stun the world, proving a colossal bird ruled just centuries ago. Each bone, freed from its muddy tomb, tells of a feathered titan that walked where humans now stand, its discovery shaking science's understanding of life's limits. This moa, specifically the mighty Dinornis, was a giant beyond comprehension, standing up to 12 feet tall when rearing its neck, taller than a basketball hoop, weighing as much as 510 pounds. It dwarfed modern ostriches, which barely reached 9 feet and 300 pounds. Fossil evidence from New Zealand's South Island shows a creature that could look a man in the eye while standing on the ground, its bulk rivaling a small bear. Its 9 species varied, some as small as a turkey, others towering like living statues, but the largest, Dinornis robustus, was a colossus. Compared to an elephant, it was lighter but taller, its head brushing branches no other bird could reach. On open plains, it stood like a sentinel, its shadow stretching long across the grass. Unlike modern emus, which sprint across deserts, this titan moved with deliberate power, each step a testament to its dominance. Its size wasn't just impressive, it was a marvel. A feathered giant that redefined what a bird could be, ruling a land where height meant survival. The moa's origins are a tale of evolution's twists, a story written in ancient genes. Unlike true birds that soar, this giant sprang from ancestors that could fly, linked to South American tinamous, small, flighted birds with rounded wings. Fossil and DNA evidence suggest its lineage split millions of years ago, when New Zealand broke from Gondwana, isolating its creatures in a mammal-free paradise. Over eons, the moa lost its wings entirely, its ancestors' feathers reduced to a soft coat for warmth. This wasn't a typical ratite like an ostrich or emu, whose kin evolved flightlessness elsewhere. The moa's closest relatives, tinamous, hint at a past where flight was traded for size, its body growing to fill a land without predators. In New Zealand's forests and plains, it thrived, its evolutionary path a puzzle that challenges what we call a bird. This wingless wonder wasn't just a giant, it was a rebel, its roots defying the skies to claim the earth, a titan born from a world apart. The moa was a marvel of evolution, its body a testament to a life without wings in New Zealand's ancient landscapes. Standing up to 12 feet tall, the largest species, Dinornis robustus, had a neck that stretched like a living tower, reaching high branches no other creature could touch. Its skeleton, preserved in swampy peat, reveals no trace of wings, not even a vestigial bone, unlike ostriches with their stunted stubs. Instead, its sternum was flat, a bony plate unburdened by flight muscles, built for a grounded existence. Powerful legs, thick as tree trunks, ended in broad, clawed feet that gripped the earth, each step steady and deliberate. Its skull, small for its size, housed a beak shaped like a curved blade, perfect for snipping leaves and twigs. A coat of shaggy feathers, ranging from brown to reddish hues, cloaked its body, offering warmth in the cool forests. Weighing up to 510 pounds, its frame was robust yet agile, with thigh bones strong enough to outrun danger. Unlike modern emus, which rely on speed, the moa's anatomy was a balance of strength and reach. A feathered giant crafted to dominate a land where size ruled supreme, its towering form a spectacle in a world untouched by predators. In New Zealand's late Pleistocene forests, the moa reigned unchallenged, a titan in a land free of mammalian predators, with 9 species roaming from coastal dunes to subalpine slopes. These giants filled the role of deer and giraffes in a mammal-less world. Only one predator dared challenge them: Haast's eagle, a fearsome bird with talons like knives, capable of diving at 50 miles an hour to strike a moa's back. Yet even this eagle, weighing just 30 pounds, targeted smaller moa or juveniles, leaving the largest adults untouched. Fossil trackways and riverbeds show moa moving in small groups, their heavy steps carving paths through fern-choked forests. Their dominance came from size and numbers, with herds grazing vast swaths of greenery, reshaping the landscape. Unlike African savannas where lions and hyenas ruled, New Zealand was a paradise of birds, with moa as its undisputed lords. Their towering presence, dwarfing all others, ensured they thrived in a land where the only threat came from the sky, a feathered dynasty in a world of lush tranquility. The Moa's appetite shaped New Zealand's forests. Its beak a tool for harvesting a banquet of leaves, twigs, and fruits. Fossilized droppings, found in caves and swamps, reveal a diet rich in fibrous plants, podocarp leaves, tough tussock grasses, and juicy berries from coprosma shrubs. Its curved beak, sharp and precise, snipped foliage like scissors, while its long neck, stretching up to 6 feet, reached high into trees or low to graze ground cover. Unlike modern ostriches, which eat grasses and small animals, Moa were strict herbivores, their stomachs grinding tough plants with the help of swallowed stones, some as big as a fist. Each day, a single Moa could devour pounds of greenery, stripping bushes bare before moving on. In dense forests, they browsed alongside smaller birds like taka, their feeding habits carving clearings in the undergrowth. On open plains, they plucked fruits from low shrubs, their movements slow but relentless. This forest feast fueled a body that stood taller than any bird today, a feathered giant whose hunger shaped a paradise lost to time. The Moa was a master of survival, thriving across New Zealand's varied landscapes, from coastal dunes to alpine slopes. In the dense forests of the South Island, the largest species, Dinornis robustus, stood 12 feet tall, its long neck weaving through podocarp branches to pluck leaves. Its thick legs, built like pillars, carried its 510-pound frame through muddy swamps, leaving deep tracks in the peat. On open shrublands, smaller Moa species, like Emus crassus, darted through tussock grasses, their compact bodies suited for speed. In subalpine zones where winds howled across rocky ridges, Moa adapted with shaggy feathers, insulating against chilly 50-degree nights. Fossil evidence shows their bones varied, stout for forest giants, slender for plains runners, each species carved to fit its niche. Coastal Moa foraged along beaches, their beaks probing for seeds in sandy soils. This adaptability let them dominate a land without mammals, their towering forms shaping every corner of a paradise sculpted by isolation. The Moa shared New Zealand's forests with a caste of feathered neighbors, a bird-dominated world unlike any today. Haast's eagle, with a 10-foot wingspan and talons sharp as blades, was their only predator, swooping to strike juvenile Moa in open clearings. Smaller birds like the kiwi scurried through underbrush, their long beaks probing for insects the Moa ignored. Taka, vibrant blue-green grazers, nibbled grasses alongside Moa, their paths crossing in shrublands. Fossil beds reveal this crowded ecosystem, with Moa bones found beside those of adspils, flightless birds that scavenged fallen fruits. Unlike African plains, where antelopes fled lions, New Zealand's paradise had no mammalian hunters, letting Moa stride unchallenged. Their towering presence dwarfed most neighbors, but they coexisted peacefully, grazing side by side. Haast's eagle, though deadly, was rare, its attacks no match for adult Moa's size. This feathered kingdom thrived in harmony, a delicate balance where the Moa stood as giants among allies, their steps echoing through a world untouched by time. The Moa's life was a tapestry of survival and subtlety, woven into New Zealand's ancient forests. Fossilized eggs, some as large as footballs, found in caves suggest females laid 1 or 2 at a time, their thin shells buried in soft soil. Males likely incubated them, their heavy bodies shielding nests from chilly winds. Hatchlings, small but leggy, grew rapidly, reaching adult size in just a few years. DNA studies hint at social behavior. Small groups of Moa, perhaps families, roamed together, their tracks crisscrossing riverbeds. Their long necks, flexible as reeds, let them browse high foliage or scan for danger, while their sharp beaks nipped rivals in rare disputes. Maori stories describe Moa calls, low booms echoing through misty valleys, possibly used to signal mates. Unlike solitary ostriches, moa may have gathered near waterholes, sharing space with taka and kiwi. This giant's life was a blend of quiet grazing and vigilant watch. A feathered titan thriving in a paradise where every day was a dance of survival. The moa moved through New Zealand's forests with a grace that belied its massive size. A 12-foot titan navigating a world of fleeting dangers. Its powerful legs, thick as young trees, propelled it at speeds up to 30 miles an hour across open shrublands, outpacing any threat. Fossil trackways in riverbeds reveal strides as long as a man, each step a testament to its agility. When cornered, the moa could deliver bone-crushing kicks, its clawed feet slashing with enough force to fend off Haast's eagle, the only predator bold enough to strike. Maori traditions describe these giants weaving through dense polycarp forests, their long necks swaying like reeds to avoid low branches. Their sharp beaks, curved like blades, could snap at rivals in rare disputes over feeding grounds. Unlike modern emus, which scatter at danger, moa stood their ground, their towering forms a deterrent. In misty valleys, their low, booming calls echoed, signaling presence or warning. This dance of survival, swift runs, powerful kicks, and vigilant watch kept the moa thriving in a predator-free paradise. A feathered giant whose every move was a masterclass in enduring a fragile world. Uncovering the moa's story is a battle against time and earth, with fossils scattered across New Zealand's swamps and caves. Since the 1839 discovery of a femur, paleontologists have pieced together 9 species from fragments leg bones, skulls, and rare eggshells buried in peat bogs and river gravels. These relics, often crumbling under humid air, demand delicate excavation, with brushes sweeping away centuries of mud. The South Island's caves, dark and damp, hold the richest finds, but many bones are incomplete, forcing scientists to compare them with ostriches or emus to estimate size. Reconstructing the moa's diversity, from the 12-foot Dinornis to the turkey-sized Euryapteryx, is a puzzle, as fossils rarely include complete skeletons. DNA extracted from preserved feathers reveals their tinamou ancestry, but gaps in the record spark debates over behavior and numbers. Each find, painstakingly catalogued, offers a glimpse of a giant that vanished just 600 years ago, yet the full picture remains elusive. This challenge fuels the quest to know. A feathered titan that once strode a lost world, its bones a fragile link to a paradise gone. The moa lives on in the stories of the Maori, New Zealand's first people, who arrived just centuries before its fall. Oral traditions paint it as a giant bird of the forest, its towering form woven into tales of awe and mystery. Elders spoke of moa, a name meaning large bird, striding through misty valleys, its low booms echoing like distant thunder. Some stories describe hunters tracking these giants, their feathers prized for cloaks, their eggs hidden in fern-choked groves. Archaeological sites with moa bones alongside Maori tools confirm these tales, showing the birds were hunted for meat. Cave art etched on limestone may depict their silhouettes, though faded lines leave room for debate. These legends, passed through generations, keep the moa's spirit alive, a symbol of a land untouched by time. Unlike dinosaurs lost millions of years ago, the moa's memory is fresh, its presence lingering in Maori songs and carvings, a feathered titan whose shadow still haunts the forests of a world forever changed. Around 1300 AD, the first humans set foot on New Zealand's shores, Maori voyagers arriving in canoes across vast oceans. They found a paradise teeming with moa, 12-foot giants striding through forests and plains. These birds, with no fear of predators, were easy prey. Archaeological sites reveal piles of moa bones and middens, their meat roasted over fires, their eggs cracked for feasts. Maori hunters, armed with spears and snares, targeted the largest species, Dinornis, whose 510-pound frames fed entire villages. By the 1400s, forests were burned to clear land for crops. shrinking the Moa's habitat of podocarp trees and tussock grasses. Fossil evidence shows a rapid decline, with smaller species like Euryapteryx outlasting the giants, but not for long. By 1445 AD, less than 150 years after human arrival, the Moa vanished, their tracks erased from riverbeds. This swift extinction wasn't just a loss of a species. It was the end of a feathered dynasty, a paradise reshaped by human hands in a blink of time. The Moa's shadow lingers long after its fall, a testament to its towering presence. Its bones displayed in New Zealand's Te Papa Museum draw gasps from visitors. 12-foot skeletons standing like sentinels of a lost world. Scientists study these relics to unravel how a wingless bird grew so massive, informing research on evolution and island ecosystems. DNA from preserved feathers links Moa to flighted tinamous, reshaping our view of bird ancestry. In Maori culture, Moa live on in songs and carvings, their feathers woven into cloaks that symbolize strength. Their extinction sparked modern conservation, inspiring efforts to save kiwi and taka from a similar fate. Globally, the Moa story captivates, featured in documentaries and books as a symbol of nature's fragility. Its 510-pound frame, once a ruler of forests, reminds us how quickly giants can vanish. The Moa's legacy isn't just bones, it's a call to protect what remains. A feathered titan urging us to tread lightly on a world still rich with wonders. Thanks for striding through this epic journey, Extinctum family. Where are you watching from? Drop your country in the comments for a shout out. If the Moa's towering tail gripped you, hit that like button and subscribe to our fossil hunting crew. Drop I understood to let us know you made it to the end. See you in the next video.